Okay, well, let's take a look at the Canvas website that we use to do computer coding, and I'll explain a little bit about the class as we go through it. If I go over to my web browser, so you should see something like this. It might look a little bit different depending on exactly what's been typed on it, but this is generally what you'll see when you come to log into Canvas. And the things I want to explain are really about how to get to see your work and what to do, and also how to submit work. So there's kind of a couple ways, but if I just scroll down this main page, you'll start to see your digital badges as it goes on. And so like this first box here is about badges, is the ones that you'll probably want to start with. So let's just say you want to start at the beginning and do the algorithms badge. There's more than one way to see the work that you'll have to do, but one way is to click on the algorithms badge, and you'll get another page that just kind of gives you, here's the things that you should be doing, links to the notes that you'll need to learn in order to do the assignment itself, a review for the quiz, which is basically saying, here's the notes again, but here's the things I'm going to ask you about on the quiz, and then the quiz itself, and then it's another kind of mini quiz just to say that I've not violated any academic integrity policies, and here's what I've learned doing this badge. So those are the things that you'd have to do in order to get this work done. And then when you're done with that, and we'll click on some of those in just a minute, but I always leave you with the next thing that you can do. So you can go on and learn about computers and digital systems, or you could start coding with Python basics. You could also go on to do algorithms too, but I say most people like to start with the beginning stuff and save that one for later. So hopefully that kind of shows you how to get around. You could also go to this modules button. So if I click on modules, what I'm going to see is kind of the same work in a different format. In this one, and you can see that you can kind of close these, and then you can see this one. What is a little confusing is that it gives you all the work of the class all the way down the page. Anything that is grayed out, you haven't unlocked yet, and you'll have to wait until you do another badge for those to unlock. Anything that is currently open will be obvious because they'll be clickable. So let's just say you wanted to see your work this way. Here again, this is actually just a link right back to that page that we were just on, so that if you look at it this way and you're like, I don't quite understand what to do, you can go back to the page and kind of read about it. And sometimes that page will contain a little bit more information about, like, here's what to do when how to approach this badge, the things you'll have to do to do it, not just a list of links. Here's the notes again, so you can click on that to get to the notes. Here's the assignment that you have. Here's the quiz. Nope, sorry. Here's the quiz review. Here's the quiz itself, and then there's the academic integrity pledge. So the one reason why people really like this view is that over here it tells you that you must view the pages, or you must hand in or get a certain score, and then you get these little green check marks over here if you've done those things, and that kind of gives you a to-do list of things that you can be working on. So if you like to see that as you complete things, kind of have your check marks done for you, this is kind of the view for you. And then at the end, there'll be a little message here that says what you should probably do next. And you can go on this page and you can find, okay, Digital Systems 1. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay, I can start doing this one now. You'll see you could have started doing this one before you even did the other one. But so some of them are unlocked and you can kind of do them in any order you want. But again, if you follow my suggested order, it always tells you what to try to do next. So that's how you get to your work. Just to take a look at what some of the work might be, let's take a look at really quick at a quiz. So you get here, you can see that the quiz is going to have 7 questions. Some of those questions are multi-part questions. Remember that you can do these quizzes whenever you need to, so there's no due date. and you can do them as many times as you need to. There's no set amount that you have to do it. However, it's going to get frustrating to you if you have to do it too many times. So take a look at the quiz review before you just jump into a quiz. And probably the notes as well. You could try to take this quiz without learning anything, but you'll probably not make it. So you'll click the Take the Quiz button. I guess I'll spoil the first question for you. Of course, this is my first question. Yours will be randomly chosen from a group of questions that have been written, so it won't always be the same one. And then sometimes, I think most of the time, it will give you one question per page, and as you select the answer and hit Next, and then you can also jump from question to question over here. And at the end, when you submit it, it'll give you your score. I guess if I hit Submit Quiz Now, it'll tell me I failed. So I'll have to take it again because I got a 0 out of 10. Some of the quizzes have some typing that you have to do to explain something, and then those won't get graded automatically right away, but the other ones will be graded automatically by the computer right away. Now, if I go back to, let's say I'm here, and it's like, well, now how do I get back to the work I want to do? So again, I could go to Home and find the badge, or I could go to Modules and find my work there. Let me just go to the Home and find the badge today. So I remember I'm on Algorithms 1, so I just go there, and then I'm seeing this page. And I know I didn't do my assignment yet, so I should probably do my assignment. I click on that, and this one kind of gives you this assignment that you have to do. I'm not going to spend time explaining the assignments, of course. But this one, if you've ever used Google Classroom, it works a lot like that because it actually has a piece of Google Classroom inside of it. But as I do the work, and the first time you do it, you'll have to log in, and I probably can't from here. Okay, well, that's too bad. But it would basically bring up a Google drawing in this case, and then when you're done with it, there'll be a turn-in button. If you ever have problems with that, you can always share it with my email address instead of hitting the turn-in button. But what will happen is when you hit the turn-in, it tells me it's ready for grading, and then I can give you a grade. And of course, if you didn't get a 90% or better, I will give you some feedback on that and tell you here's the things that you should fix in order to do it. So those are really the main buttons that you're going to be using, but probably at some point you're going to want to come to the badges button because that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm not going to be able to. So that's kind of helpful. If you haven't confirmed your email address, you're not going to be able to see the badges. So you're going to have to make sure you confirm your email address. But once you do that and you click on badges, it'll tell you which badges you've earned. They'll be highlighted, and any that you haven't earned will be grayed out. And there'll also be a leaderboard there to show you how you're doing relative to the rest of the class. It's not going to use your real name, so you're not going to have to worry about everybody knowing how you've done. It'll use kind of a code name and tell you who you are, but it won't tell you who the rest of your classmates are. But that kind of gives you a sense of how you're doing compared to other people. Some people are very highly motivated by that. Every once in a while, I'll be doing announcements. So you can just keep your eye out for that. And of course, you can see your grades or other people in the class or link to your Google Drive at any time. But those are the main things you'll be doing in order to get around on the page. So I hope that's clear, and good luck navigating.